Thank you, Claire. Good morning. How are you this morning? Look at you, the Christmas faithful. This is a special Sunday this morning, and I'm glad you are here for it. I am Pastor Karen Frazier, the associate pastor here at Fauntleroy Church, and it is my privilege to wish you another Merry Christmas because our season continues. It continues on as the light is celebrated that we've carried into the world on Christmas Eve, and oh, that was beautiful. I hope you were here for that. I know the pews were full that day, but that light continues to be carried, and so it's good to be with you. It's even being carried in so many different faithful expressions today as Hanukkah goes on and Kwanzaa goes on. So all of us are just basking ourselves in brightness and lightness and hope and love and peace and joy. And that doesn't stop just because we celebrated Christmas Eve. We keep going and going and going. And that's part of what we'll be doing today. Today is a fifth Sunday. And on our fifth Sundays, when a Sunday falls, it's the fifth one in the month, we've created festival worships just to do something a little bit different. So for those of you at home, it will feel a little bit different this morning. We're going to have a shorter worship here in the sanctuary. We've moved the offering up a little bit. We've put in more song. And then just about that time when we would both be inviting the children forward or we would be getting ready for the sermon, we will do a blessing in here and ascending and say goodbye to all of you online and bless you as well. And then we who are in the sanctuary will go up to Fellowship Hall and continue our conversation about the bright Christmas light that is still in the world and how our light might be needed this year in the world. So we've got things set up for you in Fellowship Hall for good conversation for all ages. It's really set up so that all of the ages and stages in this room can participate and have a voice at the table. And we'll just figure out where is the Spirit leading this light of ours this year, in this new year. So that's how we'll start. We'll be kind of having our toes up against that new year today. But I'm glad to see you this morning. And I'm so fortunate. Bron is away and Pastor Leah is away, our senior pastor. I just got an email from her saying that she and Naomi are going to worship with our sister Samoan church, a congregational UCC church in Burien. So they have gone to do that this morning. So blessings on their worship this morning. She was blessing ours. And then Bron is away as well. And so Claire is our gift this morning. She is here to help us sing well this morning and support all of our songs. Yeah. Claire said she once offered Bron the gift, said, I know a little piano, so if you need me to help, but she thought maybe she'd be asked to help with some choir practices. And then here she is right in the middle of worship. And so she said, bear with me. And I said, oh, gifts are gifts. We will celebrate you being here today and celebrate that you allowed Bron to have some time away, well-needed time away. Our choir support in the back here, our little doo-wop group back here, which will help us on our songs this morning. And then Ben and Katie are holding the sound with us, and Gretchen is our liturgist this morning, so grateful. And Tyler has our announcement. So Tyler, turn it over to you.
Hey everyone, good morning and Merry Christmas. Whether you're here in the pews or joining virtually, welcome. We're happy to see you. If you are here in person, please do sign the attendance sheets, the pew pads. They're on the pew in front of you towards the aisle. And go ahead and pass them to your neighbors so they can sign them as well. It helps us keep track of who's been here and helps us keep in touch with any newcomers. So thank you. First announcement, next Sunday, January 5th, we're going to be celebrating Epiphany during worship by remembering the story of how the three wise ones followed the star to the Christ child. On this special day, we'll celebrate communion together, listen to the stories of people reflecting on how and where a simple star word guided them this past year. and then receive a new star word meant to invite us to our own epiphanies in the coming year. Childcare will be available for infants 3 years and younger, while children 3 and up will remain in the sanctuary for worship. Following Epiphany service, we hope you'll stay to help us take down the Christmas decorations from inside the church. They'll be put away until next year. So if you are able to help with that, please sign up in the narthex outside after worship. There's a Get Involved table you can find. Also next Sunday, youth group will be held from 11:30 a.m. to 2 p.m., and that is for students in grades 6 through 12. Next week, the youth will be undecorating the church, having lunch together, sharing their star words with one another, and then they have a service project where they'll be organizing the food from the Festival of Trees. So if you're in grades 6 through 12, youth group next week. Also next Sunday, the celebration continues with the installation of Reverend Stevie Hamill as the pastor of spiritual formation at First Congregational UCC in Bellevue at 3 p.m. Stevie and their spouse Clayton were members here at Fauntleroy when Stevie felt their call to ministry, began seminary, completed an internship among us, was ordained in our church, and became a campus minister at Seattle University. So send your prayers their way at 3 p.m. when that worship service in Bellevue begins, or come witness and celebrate yourself and join Pastors Leah and Karen, who will be there. Okay, and finally, after our time of conversation and activity today, please join us for coffee hour amongst the Festival of Trees, immediately following worship. All right, that's it. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Tyler. Because of our shortened worship this morning, we will not be lifting up prayers within the community today, but we hold them, and we hold them close to our heart all week long. So if you have a prayer of joy or prayer of concern that you would love to be lifted up, you'll find a prayer card like this right in front of you in the pew. Just fill it out, and in particular mark how and where you would love it to be shared so that we can get it on the prayer chain, or Pastor Lee and I can just hold it ourselves if you want, or we can announce it in worship in the coming week. The other thing I wanted to mention was, just by an oversight, that we just felt a little bit, our hearts just hurt a little bit. We had a full list of all the Christmas remembrances, people who had given gifts to the church in honor or in memory of their loved ones that helped us make this church look so glorious inside and out this season. It didn't get into the Christmas Eve bulletins the way we had hoped, but hopefully it got slipped into your bulletin this morning, and we're going to make sure those get lifted up in the newsletter as well. So it's just a little bit of an oversight, but we wanted to especially thank those who are on that list for just helping bring some brightness and beauty to this space, and in honor of those who brought beauty into their lives. So thank you all of you that contributed to that. So I lift that up as well. And otherwise, hold on to your bulletin. Things are just a little bit different. So we'll start worship this morning with an opening carol, and you can remain seated for that. It is Go Tell It on the Mountain. Oh, wait. Before you play it, Claire, before you get up, choir, I forgot the most important thing. Yeah. Judy says, yeah. I forgot to tell you that whoever you are and wherever you are on life's journey,
you are welcome here.
You are welcome here, Christmas star bearers. Starlight bearers. I am so glad you are here, and I hope you feel both still the continuing joy of Christmas and that light of the Lord and that welcome from this community. Let's sing.
Jesus Christ is born.
stand and join me in our call to worship? Merry Christmas, church. Hear the good news. In the beginning, there was the Word. The Word was in God's presence, and the Word was God. The Word was present in God from the beginning. Through the Word, all things came into being, and apart from the Word, nothing came into being. In the Word was life, and that life was humanity's light, a light that shines in the darkness, a light that the darkness has never overtaken. And the Word became flesh and lived among us, and we saw the Word's glory, like the favor a parent gives their only child, filled with grace and filled with truth. Friends, God's love, light, and delight came into the world at one time and for all time. I wonder, did you notice God's delight in this Christmas season? And what was the source of it?
God is the source of it all our hope, our peace, our joy, and our love. Old stories tell us that even God's gift of darkness helped illuminate the brilliant star that led to God's Christmas love.
There is more good news. That Christmas love is still with us today.
And isn't that a perfect excuse to keep Christmas going, to sing, laugh, dance, and shout our way into this new year?
So let's sing again. Our carol is Sing a Different Song, and the words are in your bulletin.
Beautiful. Let's pass some of that Christmas cheer and joy and love to one another. Pass the peace together. Morning, Alan. Peace be with you. Peace, Diane. Good to see you this morning. Peace, Dennis. Good to see you. Peace be with you. catch the people in the virtual pews at home, please. They're all with us too. Peace be with you and Happy New Year, everyone at home. All right, we can be seated.
We've come to our time of offering. And what better way to keep Christmas bright light shining and the dance of Christmas going than to be a part of the peace and justice building work of God. Imagine the love our gifts will continue to birth in this new year as we give from our hearts with joy. Please join in our prayer of dedication, a liturgy composed by Howard Thurman, the theologian, educator, and civil rights leader. When the song of the angels is stilled, when the star in the sky is gone, when the kings and the princes are home, When the shepherds are back with their flocks,
The work of Christmas begins.
to find the lost,
To heal the broken.
to feed the hungry, to release the prisoner, to rebuild the nations, to bring peace among the people, to make music in our hearts. And our closing carol is Joy to the World. I invite you to turn to one another and hear these words of blessings, especially for those who we are leaving in those virtual pews. Those of you who are home, we are leaving you also with a question. We are not leaving you without more stirring for your heart. And that question this morning is, where did you see God's light in the world during this Christmas season or in the last year? And where might your light be needed in this year to come? Those are the things we'll be pondering as a group here, creating our own whole community time of worship and sermonizing up in Fellowship Hall, which is straight up the stairs as you go out the door here, or you can take the elevator up as well. And I will invite you when you get up there to find a space around the table. And if for some reason we haven't made enough table space, we've got plenty of ways to do that. So just be patient and we'll settle ourselves in and we'll continue worship there. But let me say, bless you. Bless you who have come today. For whether you know it or not, you are light bearers. You are bearers of the Christmas light that went out as you lit a Christmas Eve candle, or you celebrated at home, or met with family, or prayed deeply in the silence of that silent holy night. And that light continues to be around you, above you, before you, behind you, but in particular within you. May you feel that light today as we continue our conversation in community around our kitchen tables, wherever we talk about what is this love that we are celebrating still, and how might it still be birthed in the world.
May you go in peace, those of you at home. We're going to sing you a little bit of We Wish You a Merry Christmas very intentionally to one another, and that Happy New Year part in particular. But if you're turning and looking into each other eye to eye, you can look at those cameras as well and make sure that people hear that blessing. We wish them a Merry Christmas too. Let's sing that as our response this morning.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas.